Long ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived an aging king. He had no children, and as the years went by, a heavy worry grew in his heart. Who will rule this vast kingdom after me? He gathered his ministers and said, I do not want just a brave or intelligent successor. I need someone who is honest, righteous, and truthful, someone who values justice more than power. After much thought, the king devised a unique plan. He announced across the land that every child and youth of the kingdom should come to the palace. When hundreds gathered in the royal courtyard, the king stepped forward with a basket full of seeds. He said, Today, I will give each of you one seed. Take it home, plant it, nurture it with care. After 1 year, return to this very place with your plant. The one who grows the most beautiful and healthy plant will become my heir. The crowd erupted in excitement. Everyone could see a shining ray of hope. Among the eager children stood a poor boy named Arjun. He too received a seed and hurried home, filled with dreams. He carefully prepared the soil, planted the seed, watered it daily, and placed the pot where sunlight could reach. Days passed. Months slipped away. But not a single sprout appeared. Every morning, Arjun checked the pot with hope, only to find barren soil. Meanwhile, his friends teased him, proudly showing off their growing plants. Look at my plant, it's so tall now. Mine already has flowers. Arjun would return home heartbroken, staring at his empty pot with teary eyes. Sometimes he blamed himself, maybe the soil was wrong, maybe the water too little, maybe too much. Yet, he never gave up. For an entire year, he cared for the lifeless pot with patience and honesty. A year passed. The king summoned everyone back to the palace. The royal courtyard turned into a grand garden that day. Children stood with pots of lush plants, some tall, some covered with flowers, some fragrant and beautiful. The air was filled with pride and joy. And then, there was Arjun. He stood silently in a corner with his empty pot. People laughed at him. Is this boy here to become king? He can't even grow a single plant. Shame burned on Arjun's face. Tears welled in his eyes. But deep inside, his heart whispered, This is my seed, my truth. I will not deceive the king with a false plant. Even if I fail, I will stand with honesty. The king walked among the rows of children, observing every plant with great care. He smiled at some, nodded at others. But finally, his gaze stopped at Arjun. After a long silence, the king raised his voice, My heir will be Arjun. The entire court erupted in shock. What? But he doesn't even have a plant. How can an empty pot make him the next king? The king stood tall, his eyes shining with truth. Yes, Arjun has no plant. And that is why he is worthy of the throne. The seeds I gave you all were boiled seeds. They could never grow into plants. Yet look around, you all brought me flowers and trees, which means you replaced the seeds with others. You chose lies over truth. But Arjun, he alone had the courage to stand before me with honesty. And that, my people, is the greatest quality of a ruler, truth and integrity. Glowing star the lesson. The hall thundered with applause. Arjun's eyes brimmed with tears, not of shame anymore, but of pride. That day, the people of the kingdom learned a lesson they would never forget. Lies may look beautiful, but they always fall in the end. Truth may be difficult, but it shines brighter than any flower. True greatness lies not in success or appearance, but in honesty and courage. Sparkles, this story reminds us that real victory in life does not come from show or deceit, it comes only from truth and integrity. Friends, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more heart-touching stories. Your one like and comment motivates me to bring even better stories for you. See you in the next story. Till then, keep smiling and stay happy.